alcoholics talking about stuff that a lot of people don't want to talk about. You know what I'm talking about. As ACOAs, we know what it feels like to grow up in homes that did not encourage us to express ourselves and allow us to talk about our feelings, or allowed us to complain when our feelings were hurt, or anything that had to do with emotions. As ACOAs, we were taught that we were not allowed to discuss things like emotions. And so here we are, born emotional beings, and everything that we do and everything that we say can be brought back to something that we feel, and yet our upbringing has taught us to disengage or disconnect from that feeling part of us. So as adults, we are very much in our heads, and we aren't even aware that thinking is not feeling. Thinking that really ticked me off is not feeling, wow, that hurt. I can't believe he did that. Like, what does that mean? These are two completely different concepts, but adult children of alcoholics really don't understand that there's a significant difference between thinking and feeling. So let's figure out why. If we can objectify why we think the way we think and why we behave in this world the way we behave, if we can objectify it, if we can learn to become the observer of our minds rather than the reactor to everything that takes place in our mind, again, a very significant difference, dear one. Observing how you think is not reacting to what you think. And deeper than that, what you think is the result of programming. And if you were raised by alcoholics or unrecovered adult children of alcoholics, or if you were raised by narcissistic parents who minimized you, then your data, your programming is corrupt. It sounds overwhelming, and quite frankly, it is. It sucks. I remember when I was beginning my journey and I began to understand that, oh my God, what's wrong is my thought process. What's wrong is my unconscious belief systems, and the only way to get better is to reprogram, deprogram, and move forward somehow. It was pretty overwhelming, but I have to tell you, it was the best thing to ever come through, because now I own myself, and now I hold on to myself, and now I know how to what I teach in my workshops and what I teach my clients is accept how you feel, even if it sucks. Feel what you feel. Where are you feeling this in the emotional body? That connects the mind to the feeling center of the body. So you accept what you feel with your mind. I accept this is happening. It sucks and I don't like it. And for me to get better, I have to deprogram my damn brain and reprogram it. And it's going to take a long time, but I can accept that. It doesn't mean I like it. It means I can accept that I'm the adult child of an alcoholic. This stuff happened to me, and I can't do anything about mom and dad or my siblings, but I can learn to take care of me. I can move forward. So accepting what happened to you doesn't mean you're okay with it. It just means it is what it is, and you got some decisions to make. The second step of the 1, 2, 3 process is feel what you feel. So if you feel overwhelmed, feel overwhelmed. Feeling overwhelmed and acknowledging that you feel overwhelmed won't kill you. You're a lot stronger than that. You've got the DNA of a God in you. You know, it's no coincidence that an atom, A-T-O-M, is also the name of the first man, Adam, A-D-A-M. I don't think that's a coincidence. I think that you are God incarnate. I believe that I am God incarnate. I really do. I think we're all sons and daughters of God. But I digress. So the first part of the process is accept what you feel, even if it sucks. Second part of the process is feel it. It won't kill you. It won't kill you. If you can't feel it, you can't heal it. So feel it. And then the third part of the equation is decide what you want to do about it. That's the action step. The purpose of this video is to help you begin to understand that so many ACOAs feel stuck. Well, when we say that, I feel stuck, what are we saying? We're saying energetically, we are rooted like a tree to some point in time that we just can't transcend. We can't transcend it because as ACOAs, we were not taught that we had a right to set boundaries. We weren't even taught that we had a right to feel. So we are stuck between the first and the second step. We have to accept that this is our reality, and those of us who came from really dysfunctional homes did because we were stuck. We were in a fight or flight response all the time. We were in survival mode. We had no choice but to accept that we were getting neglected and criticized and abused and whatever. We had to accept it. We didn't like it, but we had to accept it. The second part of the equation is what went wrong, in that we weren't allowed to feel what we felt. But deeper than that, you know, when you're worried about where your next meal is going to come from, or when you are so emotionally panicked that dad's going to beat the crap out of you when he comes home, or you are so distraught because your mother's passed out on the couch again and you can't wake her up, then you have to shunt your feelings. You can't process them. And so over time, with this type of trauma occurring in your life daily and consistently, children very quickly learn to figure out what's important and what's not important. And what's important is survival. What's not important is, I can't cry about this right now. And so we shunt these feelings to a place way below the surface. And they never leave us, because if you don't feel your feelings, then you can't heal your feelings. And you never get to deal with your feelings. And so the recovery process is all about learning to move through those steps of recovery. Accept how you feel what you feel, and then decide what you want to do about it. For instance, if you are having an issue with a child, and your own child, and let's say you've set a boundary and your child has just way stepped over that boundary. So the first part of that process would be, this kid violated this boundary. He or she knew they weren't supposed to do it, and they did it. They deceived me. They lied about it. They lied to me. That hurts me. Accept how you feel. Validate your reality. Yep, this kid violated that boundary. That hurts me. We had a commitment. We had an agreement, and he violated it, or she violated it. Now, where do you feel that in your body? So what I do is I ask my clients, and in workshops, what I'll do is I'll have the people who attend describe to me where in their body where they feel that. Does it feel like you got kicked in the stomach? Does your stomach feel tight? Does your chest feel tight? Do you have a lot of brain fog going on? You know, figure out, get in touch with that feeling and let it come up for you. And then the third step is, okay, this child violated the boundary. You're the mom. You're the dad. This is your life. This is your child. You are the boss. You get to set a boundary. And so what do you want to do about it? How do we take you from one spot energetically to, wow, this sucks, and I feel so stuck, I don't know what to do about it. That's what we do. We stay there as ACOAs because we've never been taught to feel what we feel, honor what we feel, and then do what we need to do about it. And so in this part of the recovery process, what we do is we act on the decisions that we make. So we act on what we can act on. Sometimes the decision is, I'm not going to do anything about that. For instance, if you have a coworker who's trying to bait you into an argument, and you know that, so you accept how that feels. Like, this girl's trying to bait me into an argument. Every day she's got a sarcastic comment. Okay, where do you feel that? Ooh, I feel it in the pit of my stomach. You know, I really want to smack the crap out of her, but I'm not going to, but that's what it feels like. I feel rage, and I feel that in the pit of my belly. Okay, what do you want to do about it? You know what? I'm not going to do anything about it because I know that's exactly what she wants. She wants me to react. So I'm going to hold on to my personal power. I'm going to say a little prayer for her. I'm going to pray that this woman doesn't need to be so damn ornery. I'm going to hold on to myself. I'm going to love myself. I'm going to stay in my happy place, and I refuse to give this woman any of my attention. I'm holding on to my energy. And so as you can see, the third part of the process is everything. That's where we create forward-moving momentum and we get you unstuck. So if you enjoyed this video, please let me know and subscribe, dear one, because when you subscribe, what happens is YouTube finds value in the information that the people who are producing the videos are giving out. And when subscribers subscribe consistently, YouTube will push these videos around and help the right people find the information that need it. And so I really encourage you to subscribe, and please check out my website at www.healingselfesteem.com. It's all about you, dear one. Namaste.